Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you and welcome to attend the TAPA APAC Learning Management System launch webinar. So we'll be starting in a few minutes' time. So make yourself comfortable, and while we are waiting for more people to come on. So there is two, as you can see on the screen, that there are two QR code. So you can download the FAQ to take a look at some of the questions that we have prepared for you. These are some of the common questions that we have received so far. We have curated them for your easy perusal. In this webinar, we will also like you to see what we have and how this mechanism work. And following on, if you have any questions, we will have a Q&A section at the end of the explanation. So there is also an LMS video which you can see and watch at the meantime. You can feel free to also scan the QR code over there and watch it while we're waiting. So just a few more minutes and we'll come back to you. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to TAPA APAC's launch of the learning management system. We got a huge registration today, and I know many people are joining as we start. We already have about 97 online. It's fantastic. Thank you so much for listening to us and also coming on board for the learning management system launch. Today, we have some interesting information to share with you on how TAPA is evolving and how we take advantage of the technology for the benefit and welfare of our members. To address this more, we have our chairman, Mr. Tony Lag, with us. So Tony will share a few thoughts on LMS, and from there we will continue to share more. What is LMS and how do we go about it, and how it is beneficial for our members, right? Right. So let's welcome Tony Lag, chairman of TAPA APAC. Over to you, Tony.
Madhu, thank you very much, and good afternoon, everybody, and good morning those who are calling in from India. Hey guys, this is an amazing step forward. Do you remember I announced this at the conference that we would be taking this step forward, and we're happy to announce now that we have the learning management system in place. Look, I'm really excited about it. I want everyone to get on there and use it. I think some of the advantages you'll find with it is that you have all of the material in front of you. You have videos which you can stop. You can replay the videos. You can do everything at your own pace. You can do it in your own time. You have a 30-day period to actually take it in, which we feel is sufficient. And I think you're going to really enjoy it. Now, what does this do in terms of the learning management system, in terms of some of the cost savings, in terms of some of the development that we're putting back into the membership? It also gives us an opportunity to look at developing other courses. And as you know, at the last conference, that was my promise to do so. And later on this year, you'll see some other courses coming online. We also have the risk assessment training course, which I hope that you will also try to join, and we will do that face to face in the early stages, and then once that becomes a mature course, then we will look at taking it onto a learning management platform. Okay, so look, I want to hand over to the team who've done all the hard work on it. Thank you very much to all of the team at the back office, especially Mac, who's been the chap managing this, liaising with the other regions. And look, where we've done some testing with it in Asia, it was very, very well received. And that included delegates from China, Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, and Thailand. So anyway, let me pass you back over to Madhu, and the team will give you the full overview. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tony. Thanks for opening the webinar. It's fantastic. And as rightly mentioned, yes, we will be sharing in depth in this webinar about the learning management system. So here we go. So what do we have today? We will go through what is LMS and how it works. We also will attempt to show you a live demo. Depends on the internet connectivity, since we have a huge group of over 100 participants, but we will still make an honest attempt to show you the live demo, how it works. But before that, let's go about what is LMS all about. We received feedback over the last few years about many of our members addressing that when it comes to 2 days full course, some of them at the last minute had to cancel and go back to their workplaces because of work emergency. So this somehow we are taking it into picture, and as Tony rightly mentioned, that we also wanted to add more value to our members. So that's how we embarked into the self-paced learning management system, where you could learn by yourself at your own pace. And we're going to go through that and see how it all works. And this learning management system works round the clock, so you can log in anytime within the period what is given to you. You could choose the modules, which is in order, and then you can go one by one and finish it off at your respective time and space and speed that you have for you to learn. the focus again here is to ensure that the learning is effective, which means if there's a slide, if there's information which you may want to listen again and rewind and review it again, you can do that. So every aspect of the LMS that we are trying to showcase here is aimed at ensuring the knowledge enhancement of the participants. We definitely want to have it in your mind that this is not an exam where focus should be on exam getting a pass mark. No, TAPA insists and encourages and always motivates the participants and the members to enhance their knowledge through our library of standards that we are creating every year, 2, 3, 4 more being added, right? So this is what we're trying to do through the LMS. So, okay, let's go to the next one. Now, so in the LMS, what we have is a structured process, a structured way of addressing the whole program, right? So as you can see in the next slide, there could be a small technical lag. It's lagging. Yes, you see that here, the benefits, right? So we're going to share this slide also to all of you later, so you all know what it is. We just mentioned about it. You could track your own progress. You can stop and you can start again wherever you have left with, right? For example, you're doing a module today after work, after 1 hour, you're tired, you want to pause, you want to start again, and then you can start again. So you can track your own progress. You can see how much you have learned. And since it is a video-based learning, you can pause the video, you can forward it, you can rewind it, and you can learn again and again, right? So that is the advantage of the LMS. Of course, the certificate also will be given, and it will be through the blockchain technology that we're going to share the certificate. Now, the beauty of this platform is that the beauty of the platform is we're going to showcase now how the platform works, right? So let's go to the video, and then we will see how the whole platform works. Okay, so what we're going to do now is that we're going to show you a live session, right? See, the important point of this LMS before we start giving you the credentials is that I want to take a minute to address on the relevance and importance of the primary management representative. So I will come back to you about who the PMR is. You all would have received notification from TAPA, and we are stepping up our engagement level with the members so that we have close communication and we have continuous communication with the person in charge of your organization. So you and your organization are always updated on the latest developments and initiatives and programs that is happening through TAPA APAC engagement and your membership value. So here it is. Everybody, through your primary management representative, you will be given the registration link in the sense that the access to the LMS platform. So your training will be registered by your authorized person from your company, whom we call as a primary management representative. If you recollect, many of you would have done your ISO courses, and many of you potentially are also ISO auditors. So in the ISO, we have the famous term called management representative, where the organization appoints one person who's responsible from the management point of view to ensure that the ISO program is maintained and continuously monitored to have that program implemented, right, effectively across all functions. Likewise, in TAPA, we have enhanced our engagement by requesting all our member organizations to appoint one person as the primary management representative. That's the PMR. So please note this word, PMR is very important. If you have any question, you can always go to your organization and ask your PMR, who would be able to also help. Of course, TAPA is always there to write to you and talk to you and help you and guide you. But to make it more effective and efficient in terms of administration, the response time and the speed and the quality of the response, we would like to engage the PMR to come together in this learning journey as we progress on the TAPA standards, right? So the primary management representative of your organization will register for you. And when they register for you, all the participants who are registered, you will be given a link via your email. So your email, you will get an email from the system, which will give you the necessary instructions, and you can get your link from the email. If you have further questions, you can reach out to your primary management representative, who will definitely be able to help you and support you by giving your login credentials. Once your login credentials have come, you log into the page. This is how what you see on the screen is kind of a live demo that we're trying to show to you. This is the landing page when you log into your LMS portal. Each and every participant who is going to be part of the training, you will be given a login credential, which means an account will be created for you inside this LMS platform. And this account will help you in future to maintain your records and also to see what are the courses that you have learned, right? Now, let's look into this. Let's go to the live session slowly, step by step, so everybody is able to understand how the whole system works. This is the dashboard. If you see on the dashboard, and before we go to the dashboard, right? Once you get your login credentials, you log in, this will be your landing page, or this is the page that you will see as a welcome page, talking to you about the course that you have subscribed for or you have registered for, and what are the documents that is available in this particular course. So which means you are in a position to see what are the documents which are available. Just give me a minute. Okay. There is a small lag, technical lag in the system because of so many participants. So I will go a bit slowly. I got a feedback from one of you that the slides are going slow. So I'll take it. I'll go slow. Thanks for the support. So once you see the landing page, and after the landing page, you go to your dashboard. And from the dashboard, you click the course and it takes you to the course. This is the first page of the course, right? For example, FSR. It shows you an introduction to TAPA. This is a video. Now the course, the entire training, FSR course or TSR course, whatever course you're registered for training, those in the LMS will be a video-based learning. As Tony rightly mentioned in his opening remarks, the purpose of having it in the video and not in the slides is that the video is also interactive in the sense that there is a voiceover. We have used the AI technology advantage, and then we are in a position to represent the entire standards in a very easy to learn video format. Now let's see how it works. Now we are in module 1, and we're going to show the video now how it works. You click, and after you click the video starts. There you go. There'll be a slight lag, so bear with us. Okay, now you can see, probably you can also hear the audio, and then you can always forward the video if you feel that you have already learned it, and then you can always forward the video. So now we're trying to forward the video and show, which means it's the module 1. So when you can forward, you can also rewind the video of what you are learning, which means if you missed any point, you want to relearn again, or you want to take some notes, then you can rewind it and you can take the notes. See, the advantage again of having it in the video base is for you to learn at your own pace, at your own speed, right? And you also have a script which is running on the slide. When there is a voiceover happening, there is also a script which is coming up, a caption which is coming up. So you can also read it. Now, for now, this is launched in English. This whole training FSR as a first phase, we're doing it in English. We do have plans down the line, second half of the year, to come with other languages also. But it will take some time, but we'll start making the first attempt to be in English, right? So let's take this as an English course for now, and then you forward the video, which means basically you're going through the video, and then towards the end of the video, you will see that once you complete it, right, you will see the portion. Okay, now the video is going on. And then towards the end of the slide, there'll be a question answer session. There you go. You see the question answer slide now, which means every module, after the end of every module, there are questions asked. This also encourages you to go back. And if you have not understood the question, you can always go back to the video and learn it again. And you can see here, once you have finished the module, the page comes up, right? So now you have completed the module. Now you have to take the test. Now you can take the test, and the test shows that you have 3 questions, and you finish and you submit the answer. Now this is how you will complete one module. So we just saw the start of the module. Is all video based. The video is played. You can forward the video, and you can also rewind the video to learn what you have missed. Then towards the end of the video, there are questions. You click the button. It takes you to the question page, question answer. You have to complete the question answer, and then only you'll be able to go for the next module. Like this, you complete all the modules that is assigned to you. You can only do one after the other. For example, if you have module 1, module 2, and module 3, for instance, you can only do module 1 first, finish the exam, then only you can go for module 2. Why do we want to do it this way? We are doing it to ensure that there is continuity of the subject and consistency in learning, right? So that way, we are able to make sure that you as a participant are able to absorb the knowledge, enhance what has been given to you from your workflow point of view, enhance the workflow, adopting TAPA standards, the knowledge that you gain through this LMS platform. It's very effective, and definitely we want all of you to go through this, right? So now, after you finish your 18 modules, we definitely seek for your feedback. TAPA has evolved so much over the years purely because of the continuous engagement and the feedback that we receive from you, the members. Your feedback helps us to improve our quality, improve our standards, improve our deliverables back to the community. As Tony rightly mentioned, we work together in this journey, and we churn out whatever is best possible from TAPA side back to you as members. So this page is the survey page. Once you finish all your 10 modules or 12 modules, depending on the number of modules that you're assigned for, depending on the course that you subscribe for, the end of the modules will be the survey. We request you to definitely complete the survey. Without the survey, the learning course is not complete. So only after the survey, the system will take you to your final portion, which is your exam. Okay, so now this is how the survey looks. Now, the survey, again, why do we want to have the survey? Feedback. It's basically a feedback survey. We want to hear from you how it is. How was the course? What is your experience? Are there any points or inputs that you would like to contribute for the welfare of the standards, welfare of the community? Correct? So based on that, the survey feedback has been created. And once you finish the survey, then the module will take you to the final part, which is the final exam. Right? The final exam is what determines for you to get your certificate. Right now, this slide shows the final part which you are reaching. It says, thank you for completing the feedback survey. So you would complete the feedback survey, which means you will complete all the modules. And in every module, you will first complete the module learning, and then you complete the question on that module. After that, you go for the next module, finish the questions for that module, and like that, you complete all the modules. And the end of the last module, end of the last questions of the module, you finish the survey. Then once you do the survey, it takes you to the final part for you to get your certificate. But how do you get your certificate? You need to complete the exam, the final exam, right? The exam is based on the course that you have subscribed for. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the course after this LMS live demo. So now you see the questions. Now let's take the questions. You see it's very clearly, for example, 40 questions, 80% of the pass mark. So depending on the course, you can read your instructions. It's a very simple to use. You can read the instructions and you will see how many questions you have to answer and what is the number of minutes that you have to complete the questions, right? So when we take the test, you see, this is how the exam looks like. Very easy. And the exam questions are also very well prepared and made. For those who have done your online in the past, we want to tell you that we have automated it into the system. Just to let you all know one more time, because there are a few questions about different languages, we are launching this in English. And as you rightly mentioned, the Mandarin version will come out in the next 1 to 2 months. We are reviewing the translations and the scripts and the videos as much as possible. We're doing that. And after that, maybe in the second half of the year, we have plans to use the AI technology to have it in other languages also. That we will let you know as we progress when you go to the second half of the year. So in the first half, in this launch, we just want to focus on the English language, and FSR and TSR will follow. So you look at this particular slide that we are showing you now. This shows you about the questions that we are going to ask you for your final exam. And these questions you complete, you have question 40 of 40. So you would have completed 40 questions, for example. Okay. After you finish all the 40 questions, you submit. Once you submit, you will get your result, whether you're a pass or a fail. I'm going to show you a case study if it is a fail. If it's a pass, no problem. It's good. You can always, once you get a pass, then you can download your certificate. Your course is over. But what happens if you have not passed? So I'm showing you a situation where if you don't pass the exam, you would have cleared all the modules, all the 10 modules or any number of modules that is given to you, you're cleared. But in the final exam, you've done the survey also, but in the final exam, you have not passed. Then what do? Don't worry. If you're not passed in the first attempt, you have one more attempt to go through. And then towards the end, you will see that you can see now, we are scrolling it down as you see. And towards the end, you will know that you have an option to retake the exam. Okay, so let's see. You see that? Now, towards the end, you can see at the bottom, there is a small button called not passed. And you use the drop-down menu there. You can hover around and you can see, you can restart the test. Or you can also print out this entire answers for you to evaluate yourself where were the mistakes that you have done, right? Now, once you retake the test, definitely you will not be getting the same questions. This is a very common question everybody asks. In the data bank, we have about 130 questions for the FSR course. The system will randomly pick up 30 questions or 40 questions, depending on the course that you have gone for. And then the system will generate those questions and multiple choice answers to each and every participant. So even if you are sitting next to each other, you and your colleague are doing it, 100% sure you will not have the same questions in the same order or the answers in the same order to both. The reason is that with the intention of enhancing the knowledge and not with the intention of just getting a pass mark for a paper certificate. Now, the intention is to enhance your knowledge. So invest your time and efforts, learn, because this definitely helps in your career, helps in your organization's policies and process it, helps, of course, in your business in terms of efficient and a secured supply chain, which you want to implement in your workflow, right? So the questions will be definitely different questions to different people in the first attempt or the second attempt. So I just want to take a quick minute to summarize. We just went through the modules now, and we saw how each module is a video-based module. And after every module, there's an exam. After exam, we have the survey. After the survey, we have the final exam. And the final exam, if the result is pass, no problem. You get a pass and you can straight away download a certificate. Now, that certificate that you can download is a provisional certificate, which you will get from the LMS platform. We want to give you a provisional certificate immediately because many of you may need the certificate for your auditing processes. Because as we know that the IAB, the independent audit body, the external auditor, as well as the internal auditor will need to have a certificate to ensure that you are embarking on the certification program. So we want to help you very effectively fast. The moment you finish your exam, you get a certificate, provisional certificate, which is valid for 90 days, right? Within the 90 days, we will be sending you the final certificate through TAPA's blockchain technology platform. And that will have the QR code, authenticity, etc., etc., etc. And that will be the document that you may want to use and replaces the provisional certificate. The provisional certificate is issued for you to continue your auditing facilities, auditing processes, sorry, and also for your certification. Okay. Now, with this, I just wanted to pause for a minute. It's been close to 20-25 minutes that we've been trying to share. And I want to open the platform for the question and answer session. You can chat in the box, and we're going to pick up the questions and we're going to answer you. Meanwhile, on the screen, we have also shown you a QR code where you can download using the QR code the FAQs that we have compiled based on the feedback we have received from some of our members. Right now, the important point here is that if you have not downloaded it, please download the questions that you have in mind. I'm sure 90-95% of them have been answered, but still there are a few questions which we wouldn't have answered. We are happy to answer those questions now. And we also have sent this FAQ to each and every one of you in your reminder emails through links for you to download and get yourselves familiarized with the mechanism of how the TAPA LMS works. Okay, so before I go to the chat questions, I just want to recollect and remind each and every participant here about the relevance and importance of the primary management representative, PMR. Many of you have asked questions now and also have asked questions in the past. Who is this PMR and what is this PMR? So what I just wanted to let you know is that, as I explained, every member company will be appointing one person from their organization as the primary management representative, who will be the authorized person to register for trainings. For instance, if you're a corporate full member and you have, say, 3 entitlements or 4 entitlements for training. Now, if there are 5 registrations coming from the organization, then how do we manage it from TAPA point of view? Which 4 will be, or which 3 will have the free entitlement and which one will have to pay, right? So in order to make sure that these confusions or these administrative delays and inefficiencies are not there, we come up with an idea of asking every member company to appoint one primary management representative who will be the authorized person to register for the training the number of people from that organization. So this is the effective way, so that if you would like to embark on the training, you approach your primary management representative. If there is no primary management representative in your organization, who is not yet appointed, please write to us. We'll have a call, we'll have a discussion, or we will guide you to ensure that there is a PMR appointed. The PMR definitely helps. Why? Because the PMR is the person who will get the authority to register the staff of the organization. PMR is the person to whom the invoices will be sent. So the timely invoice is sent for payments if there are any payments to be made. PMR is the person to whom even the visibility on how many entitlements have been used, how many more are available, so that you could utilize it before the end of the year and maximize your membership benefits. That is possible when you have a PMR. The 4th most important point is that when it comes to audits and certifications, yes, the PMR is also involved and copied and updated so that the PMR knows in his organization how many facilities have been certified, how many trucks have been certified, and where is his certification program, where are these documents. All these important and valuable information will be in one repository which can be maintained by the PMR. That's the value and advantage of having a PMR. Okay. If there are any more questions that you really definitely wanted to ask, we are more than happy to go through and ask you. Okay. Right. Let's go to the questions in the chat. What are the questions in the chat? Let's see that. Okay. There's a in the old system, when you did final exam, you could not use multiple screens. With LMS, can use multiple screens. Yes, Mark, how are you? Good question, Mark. Nice to hear from you. Yes, LMS is on a single platform, so you can definitely toggle around. It's a very valid question, Mark. Appreciate asking that. You can toggle around between your standard documents with multiple screens. You can keep multiple screens open and you can still do that. Shouldn't be a problem. And as we always encourage our members, because it's an open book exam, you may want to use your Adobe Files search mechanism, the search function, which is faster instead of the hard copy searching. That's fantastic. Thank you. Now, there are a few questions coming up about registrations, which we will definitely answer. But on the LMS platform as such, the few questions that we could quickly go through is that one is on the multiple screens, which Mark has already answered. Perfect. The second is the languages, which Tony also has mentioned. We are having in English now. We will come with the Mandarin very soon. We are expediting that. The third important point is that after Mandarin, we also have plans to introduce in other languages towards the second half of the year. So we want to get feedback from you on the effectiveness and usage, as Tony rightly mentioned. And as we all believe, this LMS definitely will help in learning and learning at your own pace. Okay, so let me see if there are any question, anything else. PMR question. I've explained to you who the PMR is and what's the relevance of PMR. We are happy to guide and help you. If you don't have a PMR in your organization, reach out to us. Not a problem at all. We are always here to help guide you so that we become better as we evolve. All right, let me see anything else. Any questions on membership? If you have, write to our membership email ID. Any questions on training, write to the training email ID, which all of you are familiar with. Any questions on your audits and certifications, please write to certification email ID. This team is fantastic. We got lovely people in this team who are able to give you answers. And if you're still wondering, you want to ask a general question, you can write to info, where we can answer if it's general question that you still have. Other than that, you always have my email ID, my first name, last name at tapa-apac.org. But the team is fantastic. I'm sure that the team will be able to answer your queries. Okay, now the question comes. So let me take up the registration portion. Okay. All right. The registration. This is very important. Now, we are also having the next batch. So we want to register it in batches to make sure that we're able to address the queries what the members have and also manage the program very effectively in terms of the quality, speed, and the number of people accessing the platform at any given point of time. So because everybody attempts and goes to the same platform at the same time, then obviously, there will be a lag in the server, which might cause trouble for your learning, right? So what we have done is that we said, okay, let's give it in batches. The batch 1, which is going to start on April 1st, the registrations have been closed. But don't worry, the batch 2 is going to open from tomorrow onwards. You have the QR code here, and the batch is from 29th March till 9th April. Ask your PMR to register for you. The reason is if your PMR is able to register, your PMR is able to authorize, your PMR is able to monitor how many entitlements have been utilized, how many entitlements have to be paid. Otherwise, we may have to issue invoices to you, and maybe you wouldn't have utilized your entitlement, but still then you are paying extra for the courses, right? So we also want to make sure that this is addressed properly. That's why we ask for the PMR to be appointed by your organization. The management of your organization will be able to do that. So you register here. Now, there is a question which came up. In this particular LMS, we have got a fantastic upgraded learning mechanism. One of the feedbacks that we received is that everybody is coming for the authorized auditors course, but we have seen from our last few years, let's put the realistic numbers here. So, okay, we have say about 2,800 member individuals who have been trained and certified as authorized auditors for FSR and TSR primarily. We also have a few for the GSR and the risk assessment standard too, right? Now, the question is that these individuals who've been who have participated in the training and who passed the exam, who was authorized auditors, are they in a position to do the audits, or are they really the auditors who will be doing the audits? Okay, so these were the questions which are coming up from feedback from members. So we have taken those feedback, and now what we have done is from April onwards, via this LMS platform, we are going to have the course in such a way that we categorize the entire FSR into two parts. The first part is the standard technical. You can see in this particular screen, standard technical. Okay, that is called as ST. Okay, now the standard technical, that is ST. What does it mean? The second one is authorized auditor, AA. What does it mean? It's a very valid question, which I would like to answer. The entire FSR course is structured in such a way that the first one or two modules talks about awareness of TAPA as such and awareness of the standard. Then the main part of the FSR course talks about the standard requirements, the technical aspects, both in terms of operations and also in terms of management. From the management point of view, what are the policies, what are the do's and the don'ts, etc., 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 that is covered. And from the physical operations and implementation point of view, what are the requirements that the standard is asking for to be implemented in the operations. So these are very technical. Now, this is what we are trying to address here. This technical aspect of the FSR is very, very important to be implemented in the operations by the operations team. So by dividing the course into two parts, the technical part and the authorized auditor part, what is TAPA trying to do here is that part one is a must for people who are going to go for the implementation part. You may have in your warehouse a warehouse leader or a warehouse manager or a supervisor. This person can go through these TAPA Standards Technical Course, ST course, which will give enough information and knowledge and also the skill sets to understand and to go and implement it. So once you go through the course, of course, you're going to go through every module, answer the questions of every module. You have an exam, you pass the exam, then you get a certificate. That certificate will tell you whether you passed the Standards Technical course or the AA course. But before you go for the AA course, you have to complete the Standards Technical, because 70 to 75% of the course talks about the technical aspects, which is very important. That's why we have divided into two parts to benefit the members. Now, this is the beauty of it. If you have an entitlement for 3, right, and you have, say, 2 or 3 warehouses in one city or in one country. Let's take Singapore, for example. Very, very easy to explain. And in Singapore, you may have 3 warehouses and you may want to have 3 people to be trained. What we are trying to tell you is that, of course, you can train 3 people, but do you really need 3 auditors? Don't you want to ensure that your quality of your auditors is very high so that they can do a proper auditing function? So what we have done is that we have split into part 1, part 2. Part 1 is technical course. Finish it. After finishing technical course, the individual is in a capacity to implement it, run it, maintain it like a program manager. Make sure that all the requirements are addressed. Keep everything ready. Then the auditor comes in, right? When the auditor comes, the auditor's skill sets is to ensure that the implementation is effective. The audit documents are all maintained properly. The policies are being checked. So the skill set for an auditor is definitely different from the skill set of an operational person who is required to implement the program and maintain the program on his daily operations. So by dividing the course into 2 parts, TAPA APAC is able to help members to do more of technical implementation, right? You do more of technical implementation. Then you have an option. From the people who have been trained technically, the management can choose, okay, now I got 3 people trained who are technically sound. From the 3, I can make one of them auditors or 2 of them as auditors, or maybe all 3 as auditors. That decision can be given to the management. Thereby, it is better that you have more people on the ground physically who is understanding TAPA standard requirements, implement it in the operations and have an efficient and sustainable operation. Then you go to the next part of qualifying for the authorized auditor. You write the authorized auditor's exam. There are some few modules of the same FSR course for authorized auditors, like how to conduct an audit. How does an audit template look like? We'll be giving some case studies for the auditor. So the auditor knows how to audit the operations. So by giving these two parts, the benefit for the member is that one, more people can be trained for standards technical, which will help them in terms of implementation and program management. Two, have the right auditor internally who's qualified to conduct audit. So thereby, when you submit the audit to TAPA, your quality is high, your understanding is absolutely clear, your implementation is perfect, and it helps you to pass the audit at a much faster pace. So the speed at which we work definitely increases, the quality increases, and obviously the individuals are also gaining additional knowledge. You can train more people on the standards technical. That is why we have divided the course into two parts, ST and AA. This starts effectively from April. Now, the question is, can I register for ST? Can I register only for AA? If you have to go for the AA, you have to complete the ST course. Without completing the standards technical, you won't be in a position to go for the authorized auditor, because authorized auditor is the second part of the complete course, right? To become an authorized auditor, you should know what the standards technical aspect is. That is how it works. That's number one. Number two, I want to bring the membership structure here, right? The membership structure, if you see in the beginning of the year, we announced that TAPA APAC would like to give more benefits to the members for the price that which is being paid for. So we said, for example, let me take an example. A corporate light is 550, for a renewal 575, the old price. The new price is say 950. So on a corporate light, you would be getting only one entitlement for training, right? But you would like to train more people. So what do we do is that you pay additionals for the training seat. What we are trying to say is that instead of paying additional for training seat, you upgrade your membership. Once you upgrade your membership, your entitlements increases. Based on the entitlements, you can train more people. You can bring more knowledge into your organization. You can have more operations in terms of, if you have multiple warehouses, you can train more people in different warehouses. Right? So this way, by engaging with TAPA in the right mechanism, by upgrading your membership, the facilities and the benefits that the members get are higher, and that benefits will definitely result in having more people exposed and trained and in TAPA standards, enhance their skill sets and knowledge through TAPA standards, which will definitely benefit your operations. So this is how I would like to summarize in terms of the FSR course and the registrations through the PMR. Let me pick up a few questions which has come out in the chat. Okay. I'll go from the last. Aaron, your question is very valid. Is the LMS rolled out in other regions? In EMEA, yes, we have the same LMS in EMEA, sorry, absolutely the same. And that's why we want to have consistency in terms of global standards, the way we address to our members. So if you're an EMEA member, definitely you have the same. In APAC, this is basically looking at EMEA in terms of the contents, right? Some slides for APAC will be slightly modified to suit APAC business requirements. Very, very minor changes, but 99% of the video that you would see will be exactly the same, which means the standard is the same. It's a global standard, right? Across EMEA and APAC. Now, the good news is that even Americas is going to come on this LMS platform very soon. So you will see that consistency across all the three regions for global standards and learning. Okay. What else? A few questions. If you're not able to answer your questions right now, don't worry. We have it on the chat. We will come back to you offline. We want to make sure that everyone is very clear. Let me pick up this question from Lata. Lata, thank you. I know you're joining from Australia. It's pretty towards the end of the day. Appreciate your interest. I'm already a corporate full member. Do we get additional free slots? Oh, fantastic questions. Okay, let's understand this point. LMS does not restrict to the number of people the management would like to nominate for learning. Now, the membership gives you entitlement, right? Entitlement means depending on a corporate full, you have 3 people or 3 seats. You can go for 3 seats. But if you have to send more people for training, of course, there's additional cost, but it's possible. Definitely possible. We have some of our members annually train 30 to 40 people every year. They train more than 30, 40 people every year. Just as we say, last week we completed a training of more than 30 people. And last month, we also completed training of 30 people from one organization. This shows the organization's commitment and the value they see in having this knowledge being given to their employees. So yes, it is possible. The primary management representative can register as many people as he or she wants. Once the entitlements are utilized, then the extra costs come in. What is the cost? How much is it? It's all available in our FAQs. We have sent that link for the FAQ. You also you would have seen it in the QR code. We're going to have that link again pasted in the chat, which has already been given. Download the FAQ session and you have all your questions answered. And still, if anything is left out, we can definitely answer to you offline. Okay. Can we ask for one more free quota for the coming FSR training? See, I definitely as I told you, let's look into your entitlements. Let's look into if you have utilized your entitlements. If the entitlements have been utilized, then there is a cost. But again, we are very clear. We want to add more value to our members. So what we have done is that we have split the cost into an ST course cost and an AA course cost. Just to give you an example, it used to be 500 for one, but now if you feel that you want more people to be trained operationally, not for auditor, you may have one auditor in your organization. That's good enough if you feel one good enough, but you want to train more people on the ground, expose them to TAPA standards, expose them to the requirements so that they can implement in their operations. That is very important. So there you could utilize the entitlements, right? So from that point of view, if you want to send more people only for the standards course, not for the authorized auditors course, you don't need to pay 500. You only pay lesser than 500. Those details also we have given you in the FAQ session. You may want to go through that. Okay. Once you complete the ST course, within your entitlement, you finish your ST, you can go for the AA. There is no cost for that. But if you have exhausted your entitlement, then there will be a cost involved. That is why we said it is important to have a primary management representative in your organization who is given the clarity, who is given the visibility on how many entitlements have been utilized, how many more are available, and so that he or she can plan for the remainder of his staff to be trained, whether they need to train more people on the ST or they want to have more people on the AA level, right? So that is perfect. Okay, ST and AA separate training entitlement depending on your membership. Okay, what I'll give you a best example. It's also again we have clarified this in our FAQ session. You could go to the membership brochure also. If you are following the old, it's not to say old. If you're following a membership structure which has got 1400 for a corporate full, for example, right? And there are from 2024 onwards, the membership price is 1950 for a corporate full. But we are giving more entitlements. But the member who's paid 1400, you can upgrade your membership and capture those entitlements more. For example, on 1400, you have 3 entitlements for AA. AA obviously is 3 entitlements. But by paying additional 500, you're getting 10 in total, which means 10 people can be trained for ST, and out of the 10, 4 can go up to become AA. So you see the example what I gave you. TAPA would like to have more people trained on the standards technical aspect, which is the most important aspect in terms of operational implementation to ensure that your operations are resilient and then you have efficient workflow. So from that aspect, you could always upgrade your membership, have more entitlements, and go for more standards courses. So is it a separate training entitlement? In a way, yes, because if it is for corporate full under the new membership structure, you have 6 ST and you have 4 AA. But let's not forget, the 4 AA can only qualify after they have finished their ST courses. So which means in net effect, 10 people are exposed to standards technical. 10 people are trained for standards technical. Out of the 10, 4 can qualify for authorized auditor, right? And that is free. The sense that based on your membership structure, you can qualify. So we recommend you to upgrade your membership based on your business requirement. As we mentioned in the beginning of the year, TAPA is not forcing anyone, but TAPA is giving the options to the members who find it more valuable when you upgrade your membership, increase the engagement, increase your entitlements, and have more people trained for your operational benefit. All right. Okay. Now, in terms of the number of days that is given, when compared to the past 2 days online session or a face-to-face session, in this particular LMS, based on the batch you are, batch 1, batch 2, batch 3, the window is given for a batch. Okay, the registration window is given for a batch. The training window is also given for a batch. So if you have been registered for the batch 1, which starts April 1st and ends on April 30th, by the way, this is also explained in our FAQ. So please go to our FAQ. Okay, so based on your batch, that particular batch is given 30 days time, which means technically and practically, you as an individual, if you're registered for batch 1, you have 30 days from April 1st to April 30th. You can start any day, you can finish any day, but you will have to complete before April 30, so that you could be part of that particular batch. Now, what is the advantage? The advantage is that you could learn at your own pace, but TAPA will definitely recommend you to finish off the learning as early as possible in a proper structured way, so that the intention of learning and enhancing the knowledge is achieved and not just passing the exam. Okay. All right. Okay. Who else? Who else? Who else? Did I miss out anything? The PMR will receive all the login credentials. Yes. So hold on to your PMR, members, please. Hold on to your PMR. Very important. If you don't know who your PMR is, that write to us. We'll help you. But I'm sure that all of you know about it. Talk to your management internally. Talk to your finance department who has made the payment for membership. They definitely know. They are the ones who would receive the invoice. Normally, the person who gets the invoice normally would be the PMR, because he's the one who's facilitating TAPA program for the organization. Okay, anything else missed out? Let me see. All right, looks like I have covered all on time. 2 o'clock we wanted to close. I think we are good, but if there are no more questions, we are in a good shape to close, but I'm just checking one more time if there are any more questions which is untouched. I think yes. Okay, one question. Is there a face-to-face training also available in the future? Very valid question. The LMS is LMS for FSR now. TSR will be coming on board soon. FSR and TSR Mandarin will be coming on board soon. FSR and TSR for other languages also, we have plans, as I told you, in the second half of the year. We'll keep our members informed. We don't want to overcommit, so don't get me wrong, but we want to also give the clarity that the advantage of technology we want to capitalize, and we want to give more benefits to our members. Now, is there a face-to-face training? The face-to-face training can always be organized based on various aspects, right? So which we can take it offline. If you have any queries, we'll answer you. But if you look at, as Tony rightly mentioned, if you look at the risk assessment standard training, which is a kind of a training come workshop, so that will be for now on a face-to-face. But moving after maybe 1 year, potentially, when we know that things have gone smooth, everything is perfectly fine, people are able to take the risk assessment stand also via the LMS platform, we will have the LMS platform. We'll have that particular course in the LMS platform. Again, the intention here is to make it available for our members so that they could learn at their own pace. Second is that enhance the knowledge the right way, right? So there could be one question, which I'm not sure if I have seen, but I can answer that question. The question is, what happens if I have any doubt? I'm on an LMS. If I have a doubt, what will I do? Now, one thing which I would like to announce to all the participants here is that every month we will be conducting a 1 to 2 hours maximum a webinar for the participants who have gone through the LMS or who might be going through in the future. So we will come out with a with a date of webinar being conducted. This webinar is connected to the LMS, so and LMS contents, so that we can also discuss a little bit about question and answers, interactive, if that is what members would like to have, because this exactly is being done in EMEA. And like we do in EMEA, we'll be doing the same thing in APAC as well. So we'll be having potentially a monthly, of course, definitely quarterly one is for sure, but we are trying to do monthly just to make sure that it has been addressed. But if it is not monthly, at least periodically, quarterly once or quarterly twice, for sure we'll be able to conduct to make sure that the queries of the members are answered. We might also have some interesting speakers on that particular webinar. Potentially, one of our members can also participate and say that how the person was able to get benefited and answer some of the queries as well. That is how we would like to encourage all our members to have active participation in TAPA. Right, that's a good point. All right. Anything else, Mr. No? My team has told me that I have answered all the questions, but I should tell you, it's always my face coming up. I would not want that. I would like to have, my team definitely here. Just want to mention all of their names. We have Alvin Lau, who takes care of China. He's now in China meeting some of our important members and industry bodies. We have our team in China also. We have in membership taken care by Yvonne. Many of you know. We have training taken care by Mac. Mac is part of this particular project. He's been tasked and he's done a wonderful job till now. Thanks, Mac, for that. And we definitely have for audit and certification. We have Rashmi, whom you all will be interacting with in terms of the quality audit and certification. Our entire secretariat is maintained by Catherine. She takes care of all the compliance part, the regulatory part, running of the association, helping us to make sure things are put in order. Not to forget, marketing is a big activity, and you can see that lots of traction has been happening. And thanks to each and every one of the member community and the industry bodies, including the government agencies. Samantha leads our marketing team. Samantha has got Joanna and also Elena based in China to help facilitate our marketing. And let's not forget the important aspect of the intelligence system, TIS. TIS is taken care of by Christopher. Chris is popularly Chris of TIS, that's what we call him. So he's done a wonderful job on TIS. If you have not heard about TIS, if you don't know about TIS, please go to our links. We got information absolutely brilliant about TIS, and I would recommend each and every one of you to go through TIS. Talk to your PMR. Again, talk to your PMR, go to your PMR. Your PMR should be in a position to tell you what TIS is and help you also. Not to forget, this team has definitely been empowered by the board, by the chairman, vice chairman, treasurer, secretary, and all the board directors. All of you, you know that, all of them, you know about them. So I definitely want to take this opportunity and thank each and every member who has taken pain and part of this particular webinar. Thank you for your questions. Thank you to keep us engaged. Follow us on LinkedIn, like our posts, be an TAPA ambassador. Just go and tell your colleagues, go tell your competitors that you are a proud TAPA APAC member and you're getting benefits from TAPA APAC. Let the community flourish, let the industry flourish, let the economy also flourish. Thank you so much and see you all soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.